Okay, everyone, it's time to put on your listening ears, thinking caps, and laughing shoes. It's time for the Doc and Amy Show, with your sweethearts of the airwaves who agree to disagree. Well, sometimes. Take it away, Doc and Amy.
Do you feel blamed?
No.
Feel Remy?
Oh, yeah.
Are you mad? Do you feel like Wooster Bob's right planet?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What kind of crap?
Okay, well, it's not like, you're interrupting, Charles Manson now. I'm done. Where are we going?
I like being in control.
Well, don't get used to it. Thank you for joining us here. This is the Doc and Amy Show. Again, we're with you 5 on Sunday. We welcome you to this hour of whatever it is. You can join us on the World Wide Web at thedocandamyshow.com. You can tweet us at Doc and Amy Show. You can call us even and visit with us live, and that is 856-227-1360 or 1360. I have gone on Twitter and invited everybody to join us. So all of you out there listening all over the world, pick up the phone. Give us a call. Let us know what's up in your neck of the woods. John is with us again. Hello, John. How are you?
Doing good. How about you guys?
We're doing fine.
I'm all right.
Yeah.
Not that great.
It's,
Can I ask a question?
you just did.
Okay. Well, can I ask another one?
Since you're on a roll, go ahead.
Okay. Why do people say in your neck of the woods?
Because they can.
But what is that supposed to mean? Do you have any idea?
Your immediate surroundings, where you live, geographically,
Why would
where
they
you're
say
located.
neck?
Okay.
I'm just curious.
Let us know what's happening in your butt of the woods.
Your pancreas of the woods.
Yeah, wherever you happen to be, in the thyroid of your neighborhood.
The thyroid of your existence.
Whatever. Oh, this is so hard. Anyway, we have a lot of things lined up. As always, we have some of the usual things that we do, and we'll be getting to that in a little bit. I would like to say hello to all of our new Twitter followers. We've got folks from all over the world, and I haven't really gotten the hang of it yet. I could get on there and say thank you for following, and I just. I'm as long as it takes me to type, because I type like a chicken playing the piano.
You don't.
I don't get to that, but thank you everyone if you're listening for following us, and we certainly enjoy exchanging ideas with them. We will be exchanging some of the goofiness that I put up on our Twitter site as well later. So last week we had Dr. Robert Slay with us. It was quite a good time. He actually sent us a copy of his book. Thank you, Dr. Slay. That was
which Doc started reading. Yes,
it's very interesting, and it's called the Battle Buddy Diet, and you can find a link to all of that on our website. I'm optimistic that I'll be able to comply with the program.
I'm glad you are, because I don't think you can.
Well, I just wrote.
I mean, that's really how I eat anyway. Because I am basically a pescatarian, although I do eat some chicken. Like
pescatarian?
That means
is that the folks we just heard? Are they pescatarian?
Oh,
they have that little fish on the trunk lid?
I do eat chicken and turkey.
Sorry, kill me now.
I do eat poultry.
I know that.
For instance, I made turkey chili for tonight, but I could easily give that up.
And I'm going to gobble it up.
If I were rich, that's all I would eat was fish, but fish is expensive. So, but, I mean, I could easily do that.
You could get some carp. That's pretty cheap.
Well, for about 15 years, I was a pescatarian. I didn't even eat chicken.
What does that mean?
It means you just eat fish. You don't eat poultry or pork or beef. Right. Well, fish and beans and vegetables and...
So you were like the eating version of an ichthyologist.
Yeah, sort of.
Oh, pescatarian.
But there's no way you'll give up meat.
Why does everybody have to describe themselves? I'm an eater. That's it. I eat. If you put it down there,
I'm an eater. I'm an eater.
Yeah,
I'm an eater.
Heat it up. I'm gonna eat it. That's it. Why do you have to have some kind of big fancy name?
I don't know. I'm just thinking of dreaming of that turkey chili I made, because I made it, and Doc makes it a different way than me. The
real way.
Yeah. No. And the little one likes the way I make it, and the older one likes the way he make it. But he's been making it every time, and I like my way better. So I made it today, and it's sitting there waiting for us to eat when we get home. And he tasted it. And what did you say to me?
I said,
you're like, there's going to be a problem.
Yeah, because it rivaled my chili, actually.
It was really good.
But I was making chili before she was born, John. So I have lots of practice.
It doesn't mean you're good at it.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't. Obama's been a politician longer than you, and you'd certainly be a better politician than him.
Yeah, but he's never had a real job. So
Well, you can't qualify things to suit yourself. It has nothing to do with how long you've been doing it.
I'm a pissed off Tarian, okay?
A pissed off Darian.
Anyway, with more just absorbing radio there for.
Well, we're supposed to talk.
Yeah, but it's supposed to
I'm
be
sure there's people out there who hang on my every word.
This is not Seinfeld. It has to be about something. So anyway, we have some. I promise we have things that probably are worth listening to at some point if you can pick those out.
Yeah, if you can stay awake.
So anyway, now we always do the little. It's kind of an ongoing ceremonial kind of. What am I trying to say? Thank you for helping me out.
I'm just waiting for you. I don't want to interrupt you.
It's thanks.
And your lack of training.
Boy, and another first on the Doc and Amy show. No, it's kind of a tradition. A tradition. That's the word I was looking for. I was trying to say tribute, and I knew that was wrong. But we do the two people, one quote. And for those of you who are just joining us for the first time, the two people, one quote is where Amy blurts out a quote, and then she attributes it to two individuals or groups of whatever. There are two authors potentially to the quote. She tries to fake John out and see if she can, win the little contest. We do 5, and now last week John, as I recall, it was a rough one. Amy, did you shut him out completely last week?
No, I don't think so.
I got
Did
one.
I win?
You got the last
You got
one.
one. Yeah, you got one. Yeah.
But Amy is up 3 now, I believe. Mm-hmm. And so this is
so
an
it's time
ongoing...
for John to win.
John,
I'm totally cool with that.
Yeah, and it's been a back and forth battle up to this point.
It has.
It's been a seesaw kind of thing. I always enjoy that when we come to the point where it's 2-2. We're down to the last question.
I know you need to get a life.
No, I just happen to, like what we do. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Well, I have to just interrupt before we start.
Here we go again.
I have a very special. The last quote is a very special quote, and I'll add a little more before we get there. So it's for you, darling.
Well, thanks for that heads up.
Okay.
So we're going to do this 2 people, 1 quote. You can play along at home, keep score, and we will see if Amy can hang on to this resounding lead she commands at the moment. So take off.
Okay. The first quote. The crisis in Ukraine still has people worried. Today, John McCain led a group of senators there to get a first-hand look. When they landed, McCain said, "This is a disaster. These people are living like animals." And then someone said, "We have a layover. This is LaGuardia Airport." That's great. Was it Conan O'Brien or Jimmy Fallon?
I'm going to say Conan O'Brien.
It was actually Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, Amy pulls into
it
an
did
early
sound like
lead.
a Conan.
It did.
So, okay.
Very nicely done, darling. Go ahead.
Second quote. Every year, reality TV gets more extreme. Back in the old days, married couples on shows slept in separate beds. But the Brady Bunch were hooking up with each other in real life. They should have called it All in the Family. Was that David Letterman or Craig Ferguson?
David Letterman.
It was Craig Ferguson.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God!
Well, I could say it like you do. Oh, my God.
My God.
That big pregnant pause in there, I don't know what that's for. Okay, so Amy has pulled into an early commanding lead, 2-0. Come on, John. Let's
gotta get going.
Yeah,
Here we
the pressure's on.
Okay. This week, Pope Francis is celebrating his first anniversary as Pope, and he tweeted to his 3.7 million followers, "Please pray for me." I was a little surprised that he hashtagged it, "So hungover." Jimmy Kimmel or Seth Meyers?
I'm going to say Seth Meyers.
You're right.
Oh, John is
This next
on the
one's
board
funny.
now. No, I mean, that's my question. Okay, if the Pope is in charge and he's the Pope, if he is like on the right hand of God, why does he need people to pray for him? Why can't he be praying for things that he need? I've never understood that.
That is a question I could never possibly
It's a question
answer.
for the ages, I'm sure. It just popped into my head. I'm sorry. Obviously, I'm a Southern slaptist, so I don't know what I'm doing.
Southern slaptist.
The current score, Amy 2, John 1. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go. Keith Richards just announced that he is working on a new children's book. It's called Oh, the Places You'll Wake Up. I love that one. Was that Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel?
I'm going to say Jimmy Kimmel.
It was Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, my God.
I knew that would be a tough one.
Okay, Amy has taken the lead.
That was funny,
for
though.
the win. It's 3-1, but we always play 5, so
Yeah.
John has a chance to get himself on the board with another point. Let's
Now,
see.
this is a special one that I chose just for you.
Just for me.
If everyone will remember what Doc says every week about, in his intro, how you can contact us. You can call us, you can tweet us, and you can see us online. Remember what he says. Here's the
Okay.
quote. The World Wide Web turned 25 years old today, and everyone who still calls it the World Wide Web turned 50.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Perfect. I couldn't have written that better myself. Was that Jon Stewart or Seth Meyers?
John Stewart.
It was Seth Meyers.
Oh, Amy pulls
Yeah.
up 4-1, but I keep taking a point away.
I
for
read that, and
personal-
I'm like, Jon Stewart.
I'm taking 1 point away for that personal jab.
I read that today, and you probably heard me in the other room. I was hysterical, because I always make fun of you, because nobody calls it the World Wide Web.
Well, if I could just be 50 again.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, whatever.
That was good.
Okay, so what we have
Love
is
that.
Amy is up 4 games now
Oh, come on, John.
in her series.
I'm going to mix
Two
it up
People, One
next
Quote.
week. I'll do something besides. I really enjoy the talk show host, because all the quotes are so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, let's do literary quotes. And
That'll be fun.
That will be a laugh riot.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so for those of you who are keeping track at home, write this down. Amy is up 4 games.
Yeah, I'm sure
To-
everyone's just writing it
Yes,
down.
and this week she actually did the same thing as she did last week. It's a 4-1 sweep. John, you're gonna have to stay up a little later. It looks
Yeah,
like, and look at the.
That was rough. 2 weeks in a row, and got
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. That's all right.
Wow.
Got to do my homework for next week.
But I'm rooting for you though, because I know I've seen you take a commanding lead in this before,
Yeah.
and I know you can do it. So that was an exciting game. Next week, I hope we have another one of those cliffhangers on the last question. I love that.
Well, maybe John and I'll set it up ahead of time, so
to
you can be
please Doc.
excited.
That'd be okay. Okay. Whatever. My computer just shut
Just
off.
lie to me.
Yes.
Did it really?
Huh? It just went whoop, and it was. gone.
Oh, okay. I thought it shut down or something.
I don't know. It just went black, and that's what I'm saying. So, we are 2 People, 1 Quote. That was exciting. You can join this excitement by calling 856-227-1360. We would love to hear your opinions. One of the things with the gnawing questions this week that I have seen across the internet, and we would really appreciate some discussion on this. If you have some ideas or some theories or some practices, what about kids who spend too much time on the internet? How do you handle that? What do you think about that? What are your means of taking care of that matter and maybe changing that up for yourself? If you have children, if you don't have children, if you're a child psychologist, terrorist, whatever,
Terrorist.
just give us a call. Let us know what
That's great.
you do, because we were discussing this and we're trying to see, kind of what the consensus is on that. So you can call us 856-227-1360 for any reason, actually. If you don't-
And we're not looking for. We'll just tell them they're not
Not
allowed.
so-
That it's not about that. It's about getting them engaged.
balance.
Yeah.
It's about balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even kids who are very involved in other things, but still have downtime. We're not talking about kids who are just.
What is the replacement for computers and games and Wiis and PlayStations? What kind of things do you consider? That's what we're after.
Yeah, we're just curious.
So it was that was a discussion we had. So we're looking for some input. So if again, 856-227-1360. Hey, share with us.
Yep.
Now, Amy, you have dug up some things, and I know you've
What
got
shall
some.
I start with?
I don't know. That's not my job. You just rifle through that paper there
I
and
have
see what
lots
you
of
have.
stuff this week.
I have a little bit here. I was going to.
I have stuff I've had for a while, and we just never got to it.
Yes, we have
Just gabby.
stories about the Lindbergh baby.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. All right. Well, this is one of my favorites.
Okay.
We use Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
I actually, and I don't know the exact date, but I signed up for Netflix because I used to be a big Blockbuster person. You probably,
Yeah.
I mean, most of the stores have closed, but
Back in the 50s.
you'd rent like a movie for a day or two. It was $4 plus tax, and then I was pretty good about taking them back. But if you forgot, it got expensive. So this thing called
you could
Netflix.
shoot your own movie.
Yeah, it was crazy. This thing called Netflix came out, and back then you couldn't stream because there was only dial-up. They didn't have broadband, so you couldn't even stream.
That's what I was used to until a
It was
couple of years ago.
Netflix by mail, and it was $20 a month for 3. You could have 3 movies out at a time.
Okay, let me
So basically, you could watch
do the math
one,
on that.
send it back, and before you'd watch the other 2, you'd have another one back. Okay, it was, and I'm saying this because most people probably didn't do it then, but I'm thinking $20 a month. I'm going to rent 5 movies, and I don't have to worry about late fees at all. And you could go in your queue. They had so many movies and just line it. It was awesome.
Virtual buttload.
I've been using Netflix forever, and then when the streaming came on, and we've alternated where we've always had the streaming, but sometimes we do the DVDs by mail if we want to catch up on a couple, and then we'll cancel it. But anyway, Netflix. Oh, shush now. Netflix.
I hope this is worth it.
No, I'm just. Netflix has. We happened upon this a few months ago. Some very odd categories.
Oh yeah, they
For
have.
movies.
They've completely expanded their whole
They have like
catalog of movies.
85,000 movie categories.
Oh yeah, it's like movies predominantly with green clothing or something.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
crazy.
crazy stuff. So these are some Netflix categories.
Netflix category.
Okay. Comedies in which the word bar mitzvahed is used as a verb.
Ah, well, there's a list.
Okay. Comedies in which the word bar mitzvah is used as a verb in the past perfect tense. Films that feature Hillary Clinton as a semi-subterranean underworld goddess.
Well, that would be all of them, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Films that feature fat girls in stilettos that make them look less fat.
And some of those are Hillary Clinton movies as well.
like,
So,
some
yeah.
of these do overlap.
They
You could have a
overlap.
movie in multiple categories.
When she was bat mitzvah, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Films that take place in Beirut but were shot in downtown Detroit. Films starring a Jewish mother who doesn't make her son feel guilty. There are no movies in that category.
They're hopeful. Yeah.
Jewish families in the U.S. whose mother doesn't make her son feel guilty. There are no families in that category. My personal favorite, movies about Antarctican sweatshops.
Well, if you're sweating in Antarctica, you're one of the fat girls from the previous movie.
Exactly.
Probably.
And then finally, we have zombie movies that aren't actually zombie movies, but are home movies of Joan Rivers without makeup. So those are...
Guest starring Hillary Clinton.
And those are real Netflix categories. I didn't make them up.
Of
I
course.
never make any of my news stories up. Everything's
yes.
actual real news. So go ahead, go look for them on Netflix. You'll never find them.
I think we should pursue all the talking animal movies.
Oh, you would.
Babe
I mean,
and Mr. Ed and whatever.
but seriously, like I did make them up. I admit it. But
Oh, the jig is up. Oh,
no, but some of the ones that are actually on there are just as weird as the ones I made up.
that's true.
They are odd categories. So I don't, and you can't even really drill down to them. I guess when you click on the movie, all the categories come out. It's just crazy.
I don't know it. But no, I go with like action and adventure or classic or drama.
Yeah.
Now, do the movies you normally watch, do they fit into like a specific category, John? Like are they suspense or?
Like, what kind of movies do you like?
I like comedy movies.
Comedy?
Yeah.
See, I like comedy. Most comedy movies are very funny, though.
Yeah, like The Hangover. That's just like to me.
I'm
that's,
sure John liked that.
Those are the type of movies I watch.
Yeah,
That's-
I mean, and
but
that's normal when
that's-
Those are boring to me because they're more biographical.
Yeah.
yeah.
To me.
Well, the problem with those movies with me is that if I had a couple drinks, I'd probably find them funny. But
Yeah.
my issue with those movies is, as it's playing out, I know exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah,
it's
it's-
too
they-
predictable
they
because
telegraph everything.
my mind thinks like that.
Yeah.
So I know exactly what's going to happen, and it's not funny anymore.
Well, and you know, it's like a lot of the movies. There's just too much gratuitous stuff.
yeah, that
doesn't belong
bothers
in
him. That
movies.
doesn't
Yes.
bother me as much. But I mean, obviously, I wouldn't let the kids watch stuff like that. But that gratuitous stuff doesn't really bother me. But some of it, like
it gets
a
under my skin.
tiger in a hotel room with a baby, it just gets so ridiculous that it's not remotely believable. And it's supposed to be, like, obviously science fiction movies aren't supposed to be believable, but this is supposed to be a story that could actually possibly happen. And it's just crazy. So it just gets a little bit nuts. But anyway, yeah, I like action movies too, but I don't like romance and the romantic comedy. They're even worse than, they're just not funny. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, I should watch this, or I did watch The Notebook one time. And that was pretty good. But I didn't feel uplifted. It makes me depressed. Like, I don't... No, it doesn't it make you depressed, like dramatic movie? I don't like watching...
I don't even know what that is.
It's a romantic movie with Rachel McAdams and some guy, and they get torn apart as lovers, and then they get back together. Whoa, shocker!
What, are they conjoined? What?
No.
I don't. Why would I watch that?
I don't even like Trump. Like Doc, Mr. Law and Order and CSI Decapitation Division or whatever it is.
Well, I can kind of combine.
It's depressing.
I combine the categories of drama and trauma. So,
it's just depressing to me. I want to watch something. If I'm going to watch a TV show, something that's going to make me laugh. I don't want to watch people getting murdered, and that's just me.
Well, if
crazy like
somebody
that.
doesn't die, it's really not that suspenseful. Like they're going to get torn apart and find a notebook. Woohoo! Big deal. Okay. Anyway, but we do pursue other things in this fiasco we call a radio show, and we do look at news stories. And I kind of perused some of the issues that were on the internet. A couple of things that I found intriguing in Grand Rapids, Michigan. They are actually I guess it's the city council, whatever, is going through and trying to find and eradicate non-useful laws that are still
okay. That makes sense.
Outdated laws. I think the Senate and Congress should do that as well, give them something meaningful to do.
Yeah.
The Grand Rapids Press reported that the City Commission has just nixed a 38-year-old section of city code that states, and I quote, "No person shall willfully annoy another person." Okay, then. In this day and age, that's kind of hard to do because it doesn't matter what you say or what you do. There's going to be some group of two or more gathered that will rise up against it. So
I'm just wondering, like, how that law came about. My guess is that somebody was like almost stalking someone and purposely trying to bother them, and they didn't have any law on the books.
And they were probably on the city council at that
time.
So
they put that on the book. That's my guess.
Well,
there's a reason somebody put that law into effect.
Some laws have no reason, and I could quote a couple of them right now, but I'm not going to.
Don't get them started.
They didn't care. No, they just finally determined that it's unconstitutional in its terms of being vague, and they're simply unenforceable.
Yeah.
Well, there are plenty like that. We could. We've
done that before in the show. I've pulled up crazy laws and different.
And they're nobody.
You can't wear purple on a Tuesday. Like crazy stuff. No. Remember we did a segment on that. Like crazy laws that made. You can't walk your dog in the park between 3:30 and 4 o'clock on a Wednesday or something. Which I can even understand that if they had like a meeting in the park or something like that, but...
The cats have a meeting in the park.
The feline club or something.
Well, here's a good one out of Rome. And this is respectable source. It comes from Reuters. Sicilian amateur scientists have launched a model cannolo, a cream-stuffed pastry roll, symbolic of the Italian island, into the stratosphere with a camera capturing bizarre images of Earth. Now, there's a Sicilian space agency, apparently.
So, wait a minute.
It's a Sicilian space program. It's
a cannolo or a cannoli?
It says cannolo. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was cannoli.
I don't. I know spaghetti. That's
Wait, so this thing is the shape of a cannoli?
I guess. I don't know.
And what is it? And they launched it.
They launched it into space.
Okay.
And I guess that
to bully the other satellites,
or to feed them. I don't know. Apparently, it's taking pictures, but they call it the Sicilian Space Program. Now, there's a step ahead,
Wow.
Now when they take
get out of my orbit. You know what I'm saying?
Now, when we take you for a ride, it's a ride. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
But the food is good, so I don't know. So
That's odd.
That was intriguing to me that there's a Sicilian space program now.
That's random.
Yes, that the rocket is made of concrete. But
Yeah.
so it takes lots of
Interesting.
fuel to get it off the ground. But
Wow, that's
do,
odd.
Do you have anything bizarre that we need to deal with?
Oh, I have tons of bizarre stuff.
I know.
What should I start
I
with?
hear it all the time.
Well, this is just something fun to discuss. I was trying to come up with a punchline for it, and I didn't. So, which isn't a surprise, but I thought you would find this interesting.
I
So,
might.
apparently, Hawaii lawmakers, they're now deliberating this new law. It's SB 202B, which would basically ban the slaughter of cats and dogs for human consumption. Apparently, that's a big problem in Hawaii. Now, in the States, it isn't, like in the mainland. But apparently in Hawaii, that's a big issue where people take strays.
Just when the president is vacationing there and he has to pick up the tab.
Yeah. No, people will, like, adopt pets and then eat them.
Why we eat chickens, we eat fish,
Well,
we
that's
eat cattle.
That's some people's
justification for
justification, but
they're edible.
well, the problem is not the big issue is that people are stealing other people's pets to do this, which is obviously not right or legal. So
just you just gotta keep your eyes open. They steal at leash and all. They have dental floss for after.
oh jeez.
I don't know.
Anyway, I thought that was interesting.
It's really uplifting. I'm beside myself. I can hardly contain my laughter.
That's great.
Yeah.
And the next one I have is about the Ukraine. We all know what's going on there. It still continues to happen. Of course, the Malaysian airline disappearance has kind of taken over in the news above the Ukraine, but there's still a big tussle going on over there. So John McCain went over for a visit to the Ukraine last week. And when he got back, he did an interview about it, and he said, and I quote, "Russia is a gas station masquerading as a country." So in response, Putin said, "Cash or credit?" So apparently Putin doesn't really care what McCain thinks. Which
I'm surprised
most people probably don't.
Yeah, okay.
I actually like McCain, so I just had to make a smart comment.
I like Putin.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
The guy's cool.
He's not cool. He's a bully. He's
He rides around on horses and shoots guns, and he's like, and
he's like
What-
the
what-
guy from the "Can't Believe It's Not Butter" commercial.
what?
What was that guy's name? He was on the cover of romance novels. What was his name?
Oh,
He had
yeah,
the long
Fabio,
hair.
yeah.
Oh. He's
Okay,
gross
John,
looking.
we need a tie-breaking vote here. Does Putin remind you in the least of Fabio?
Fabioski.
Alrighty. Oh, Putin gets hit in the head with a bird when he's riding a roller coaster. I don't think so.
What, he got hit in the head with a bird when he was
Not
running?
Fabio, yeah. You don't remember that?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Do you think that was a planned attack or just
I think they hired the
luck.
bird. Yeah, no.
they released a flock of birds? Flock of seagulls.
Doves.
Doves, yeah.
For it was for Harlequin cover. Yeah.
Yeah. Harlequin?
Harlequin.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me, John? Jeez. Here's one.
Let's go.
Oh, Jesus.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can see it coming every 5 minutes for the rest of our lives. Yeah, we'd like to thank our youngest correspondent for supplying that.
So funny.
This is out of Pennsylvania, which is close by, so I thought it'd be appropriate. This is also from Reuters, and that's just coincidence. A Pittsburgh lawyer's online an ad showing smiling robbers, drug dealers, and prostitutes flashing thumbs up and thanking him for getting them off the hook has garnered tens of thousands of views and drawn fire from the local bar association.
I
and this
saw
guy,
this.
he's got commercials on television, and apparently it looks like he's got this one burglar climbing out of a window with the thumbs up for getting, or just getting him off the hook, or whatever. He's got all these criminals singing his
In the
praises.
commercials
Yes.
on billboards and stuff, just saying how great he was and
Yeah.
how, that didn't go over too well. He was. I read the article, and I think he was just trying to prove that he will, take your case, and if you're unfairly convicted, or even if it's that difficult of a case, that he can still get you off. So
Well, apparently, even though it's a little bit premature, but in advance of the 2016 elections, or actually the November elections, where the Senate may turn over to Republican control. Apparently, the administration has him on retainer, so we'll see how that pans out.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, I mean, and it's legal, but as far as the bar association's concerned, it's not necessarily ethical. Although you're allowed to defend someone who's guilty, obviously. So I don't. Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, dude, really? But there's really nothing anybody can do about it.
If they want to command respect, they should change it from the Bar Association.
Yeah, really. Yeah. What's up with that?
Yeah, I don't,
Why do they call it that?
Because that's where they take their test, I guess. From the lawyers I've had. There's also a news story here, which comes from
Reuters.
Yeah, I don't know, how did this happen? In Ohio, a lady bought a new car. Had a tire problem. They went to put the spare on and found $12,000 worth of marijuana in the spare tire.
Oh, I hate when I do that.
I know.
God, that happened to me last week.
Probably worth more than the car. Jeez.
Yeah, I actually had a flat tire last week.
Yeah. And someone came to your rescue.
You did.
Yes. But she was driving off, and the tires going ka-tonk, 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 and it turns out it's full of pot.
That's crazy.
John, is there? I say there's a God, but this stuff never happens to me.
Doesn't seem to happen to me either.
So what kind of noise is your car making? Bong, bong,
I
bong.
would probably literally have a heart attack on the side of the road. If I saw my tire,
not me. I'd have a coughing attack on the side of the road.
Well, she had to have called someone to get the tire off of the rim. I mean, obviously she couldn't do it that herself.
No, they would. No, they when it was out of balance like that and thumping down the road, they took it off the rim to see what was, because some people will put that fix-a-flat in there.
Yeah,
it solidifies on one side of the tire because you have to spin it.
Right, and then it'll,
and it goes like a Flintstone wheel.
Yeah.
So
I'd have a heart attack.
So I'm just we need to get this woman on the line and see if that car's for sale.
Oh, jeez. I can't even imagine. Like, I had a flat last week.
I can imagine. I mean,
I had a flat
it
last
never
week.
Happens.
Doc took it in to get a new tire for me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't, like, if that were me and they're like, there's, of course my car isn't new, so unless someone took my wheel and put it in there, I would, that wouldn't happen. But if I just bought a new car and that happened, I'd probably have a heart attack right there. I can't even imagine.
You have a heart attack when one of your coupons doesn't scan.
I do.
Yes. Okay. So I can only imagine you would probably just
I'm very sensitive
explode
about
into
my
a pink
coupons.
mist on the side of the road.
I am. It takes a lot of time to get the coupons, and I save a lot of money.
Okay, it's
so
my
of course
fault. I mentioned
I'm sensitive
coupons.
about coupons.
Yes. Well, I'm sensitive about croutons.
No, whatever.
So anyway, what we would like to do is remind you, first off, that you can join in this if you are...
The World Wide Web.
Go away. If you all your will to live and self-esteem is gone, you can call us 856-227-1360. We would like to take a commercial break here, pay some bills, and go pee and do some other things. And
let's go.
Let's go. And after our commercial break, we will be back with more of the Doc and Amy Show. Hey, everybody. This is Doc of the Doc and Amy Show. I just wanted to let you in on a secret of mine. CPS Computers. They've been serving the area's computer needs for over 8 years now, and when it comes to computers, they can help you out too. They have a wide variety of new PCs and laptops to choose from. They do free diagnostics, and they can repair your broken machine for you. That's CPS Computers. They're at 722 Mantua Pike at the Heights Plaza in Woodbury Heights, and they're between the Subway and the Dollar Tree. Visit them or call 856-251-1007. That's 251-1007. And be sure to tell them Doc and Amy sent you. And don't forget about CPS Computers' second location in Cinnaminson at 1204 US 130, suite number 4. They have all the same equipment, same deals, same diagnostics that you need for your computer. Give them a call, 856-829-8300. That's 829-8300. CPS Computers in Cinnaminson. Hey, if you'd like to be a guest on the Doc and Amy Show and exhibit your talent, let us know about it at www.thedocandamyshow.com, right there on the World Wide Web. That's thedocandamyshow.com. If you're an up-and-coming performer, if you have some kind of talent you'd like to showcase on our program, we'd love to have you. Just let us know. www.thedocandamyshow.com. You could be our next star. Okay, we are back, and we hope you're enjoying whatever you would call this. But this is the Doc and Amy Show, and you can, as a reminder, reach us several ways. We can tweet us, Doc and Amy, docandamyshow.com. At Doc and Amy Show. You can reach us on the World Wide Web, that interweb thing. Thedocandamyshow.com. You can, and you can go to our website there. There's an email provision there. You can call us and speak to us live. And
you can stop by our house at... No, I'm just kidding.
You can call us live right now and discuss. We do have a question out there that we've thrown to the audience. How about your ideas on the intervening on the internet and gaming time for the up-and-coming generation? What kind of things do you do? What kind of suggestions? And that number is 856-227-1360. Of course, you can call us if you have any kind of comment or idea, whatever. We'd love to hear from you.
You know what we forgot to do?
Lock the door?
No. Tomorrow's St. Patty's Day. We didn't do any St. Patty's Day stuff.
Well, I don't, because it's not really my heritage. I mean, that's for the Irish, and I'm half Scotch and half beer.
Stop. No, I forgot to, and I'm not going to make corned beef. I don't know if the kids would like that. I want to do something for St. Patty's Day. We could get some beer and put green food dye in it. That's real authentic.
How about we just get drunk?
Oh yeah, okay, that's really great.
We
were on the way over here. The kids were talking about making Irish potatoes, which have coconut in them, which I never understood. I mean, it's not a tropical island.
Irish isn't. I mean,
have you ever had an Irish potato?
Do you have to alter a potato to really make it?
It's not a potato. Have you ever had one?
You don't like
cinnamon.
It's not a potato.
No. You don't know what an Irish potato is?
Yeah, you pull them out of the ground. They have eyes. They got a brown skin on them.
No, I'm dead serious. You don't know what an Irish potato is?
Not a clue.
Wow, that's really weird.
I'm from Indiana, where we just eat normal food.
They're little like balls of stuff that look shaped like potatoes, and it's usually like cream cheese and powdered sugar and coconut, and you mix it up together with some vanilla. It's easy to make, and then when you're done, you roll it in cinnamon and you shape it so it looks like a potato, but they're small. They're like the size of like a jawbreaker or something.
That's weird. That's just weird.
It's weird because I don't think there's many coconut trees in Ireland, so it must be an American thing. I'm doubting it.
But there are plenty of potatoes, and there's no potato in there.
No,
that's what's weird.
Potato. No.
I must have eaten that during the famine.
So they were talking about making some Irish potatoes.
Well, you have fun with that. I'm going to just go with
I actually have a T-shirt.
You know what I think, John? What I'm going to do is just get a bottle of Bushmills and hide in my room.
That's great. You're not having my turkey chili then. That's so authentic. We should have Mexican food for St. Patty's Day tomorrow.
With green chilies.
Just to mix it up a little. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, we'll have to skip that this year. Sorry, peoples.
Okay. I'm just beside myself here. And I wish I would take over. So, what do you have left in your bag?
I have some other stuff.
I'm just... Yeah.
Well, I have some...
I'm just still reeling over the Irish potato thing. I have no back for that.
I have some headlines.
Go for it.
Okay. So, these are actually just headlines, not really stories. Okay. So, first headline, Liam Neeson turned down James Bond for Natasha Richardson. So... 007 in response was quoted as saying, "That's okay. I ended up in a steamy affair with Elton John." So these are like these are like unfortunate headlines.
You look at the top of that, see if it says keeper.
No, Liam Neeson turned down James Bond for Natasha Richardson. You know what that? They're talking about the role, but it sounds like he turned. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Well, that joke had a license to die, so you're okay.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Wow, that is so nice.
I'm sorry, I'm with Victoria's Secret Service.
You wish.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the next headline is Ann Coulter disparages Browning of America.
Oops.
Yeah. So, there was a correspondent who was commenting on this, and they said, and I quote, Michael Jackson had the right idea. Has anyone even considered the implication on the sunscreen industry? So whatever.
What the hell are you talking about? First of all, what is the Browning of America? What are you
Because obviously if people are dark skinned, they wouldn't need as much sunscreen. It would destroy the sunscreen industry. What are you doing?
I'm trying to, is this even in English?
Stop. Here's another.
She's going around to bed. She's not even speaking in full sentence.
Here's another headline. You'd like this one. We already talked about this. You know what? Transgender athlete sues CrossFit over discrimination. Now, did they think that headline through?
That's very
transgender CrossFit. Like, hello.
Yeah, it's very tongue in cheek.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So here's another one. Woman's mummified body found in Detroit area home. They later discovered it was Hillary Clinton in her molting stage. So you like that one.
So
poor Hillary Clinton.
We didn't announce this up front. This is a practice show.
No, it's not. Shush now.
This is just an experiment in broadcasting.
You know what? It's going to be an experiment in murder.
Okay.
What if he can strangle someone with a headphone cord?
I'll tell you in a minute. One thing we have not done, and we have announced on our website from time to time, is the Twit of the Week.
Let's go.
Oh, Jesus. And basically what it is on our Twitter site, which is at Doc and Amy Show, I put up little one-liners from time to time. You're limited to 140 characters, so writing jokes is kind of a really good exercise in brevity. So right now we'd like to introduce our segment called Twit of the Week.
And now, Doc and Amy's Twit of the Week.
God, I love that. Anyway,
oh my gosh.
Maybe I'll share a couple of these, since, what could go wrong now. Here's one, in response to some Twitter things on religion. And it was basically one of my favorite quotes that I use from time to time. And it goes like this. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely thou art the worst waitress in the Bible.
Wow.
And let's see. Here's another one. Says, I think I'm getting the boys to understand the Second Amendment. The youngest opened the cereal. Looks like he did it with a pistol.
That is very true. That's a true story. It looks like they put a hand grenade in there when they open something up and just...
Yes.
Let it explode.
Yes, it's like they, hold it under the lawnmower.
Yeah. It's like, how could you possibly open a bag that poorly?
Also, here's a quote. Having been married before, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the term conflict-free diamonds. And I like this one. Princess Cruises, competitor of Carnival Lines, has a new drink served on board. It's called the Concordia. Basically, it's anything on the rocks.
That's just wrong.
I know. Well, you were going to do some Malaysian jokes, Malaysian airline jokes.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed too soon.
We
he
aren't.
Says.
Yeah, I mean,
Look,
some people don't want you taking, liberties with, Kennedy yet.
Look, if the crash were in the immediate area, I would never do that. I won't want to be insensitive, but chances are no one that knows anybody who knows anybody who knows anybody from that flight is going to be listening.
Okay.
So I would never want to.
And then you'll do it, and Kevin Bacon will call in. So
yeah, you're right.
So you can't be doing that. No.
But I do have something else.
Do you?
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Oh, shush. This is actually funny. So I read about this, not because I was on this site, but I read about it, and I had to check it out, okay?
All right.
So I went on, it's Craigslist Missed Connections, and basically, if you see someone out somewhere, but you don't have, the guts or you can't, approach them to ask them out, then you post something on there, and you hope that they go on there and see it.
They don't slow down after hitting you with their car.
I don't quite understand this. I don't know what are the chances somebody's going to go on there and look?
I've seen this when in the days when singles ads were in papers and magazines,
Yeah.
and they would do the same thing. You know,
Yeah.
you were at ShopRite on 3/23 at
Right.
4 o'clock. You
Yeah.
know, wearing the brown turtleneck sweater. You have my bananas or something like
Yeah.
that.
You stole my bananas.
Yeah. So, but yes, this has been common for a long time.
So I went on there just because I had to check it out, and this is the stuff I found. I picked out the funny ones.
Okay.
These are real. I did not make these up because I could have made up really funny ones, but that's not the
Why
point.
didn't you?
No, seriously, that's not the point.
We could have used those about 2 minutes ago.
You know what? I'm going to kill you. These are actual real misconnections on
real misconnection.
Well, this is probably the only real news story I've ever read. So here, it's not really a story, but here we go. First one. Where's my Floridia girl? I think he meant Florida. Okay.
Or maybe he meant chlamydia.
And yeah, it could be. So this is the subject line, and then you can click on it and get more information.
I see.
So I'm just
Okay.
reading the
So that's
subject
the title
lines.
of the heading.
Right.
Okay.
Shopping in your pajamas.
Ooh.
Now, would you want to are you going to go pick somebody up?
Well,
really?
maybe her drop seat was down.
Yeah, it could be.
It's cruising.
This one's great. Subject line: Westmont acne. I think he meant acme, but he wrote
don't
acne.
assume anything.
I'm not even kidding
It could
you.
be
He
a
wrote
fetish.
acne.
Yeah, it could be some kind of pustule fetish. or
Yeah.
something.
Red Barn Connection, which I didn't quite get, but then I found out what the Red Barn was, and I got it, so it wasn't quite as funny. This is a good one. This is actually connected.
Why don't you tell people what the red?
I'm not going to go into that because there are children
adult
listening.
in origin.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Yeah. So, the next one is got drunk with the horses.
And sleeps with the fishes.
Yeah, I mean, really? Okay. The next one, this is just wrong.
Maybe he was drinking Budweiser and he was just really close to the factory.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Some of these are just wrong, okay? Remember, these are real. Medford funeral. Really? Is that what your mind is on, picking somebody
he's
up?
a funeral crasher?
Yeah, I don't, yeah, instead of the wedding crasher.
Yeah.
Guy in the Goodwill outlet. Okay.
Hey, you can't set your sights too high.
Now, here's a guy who really knows how to lay it on thick with a girl and make her know that, she's sexy and hot. Big girl in Walmart today.
You have to narrow that down.
I mean, what? Are you trying to
He must have gotten 1,000 calls.
get murdered? I know. Now this...
With the short pants and the colostomy bag. Yeah, whatever.
Well, people at Walmart, we actually saw somebody with shorts
those
on
are
and
disturbing.
a colostomy bag.
No, it
taped
was a
away.
urine bag. It was a urine
bag,
collection
yeah.
bag. Yeah, that's it. Now, if you want to see some really disturbing
Oh my gosh.
examples of humanity, you could do
Have you ever seen that?
peopleofwalmart.com or something like that.
Have you ever gone on there?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god!
Have a couple drinks first.
But don't
Not
eat anything.
too many drinks.
Don't eat
Don't
anything.
drive. And
Yes.
don't drive. Okay?
People, I think it's called People of Walmart.
People of Walmart. Seriously, John, I'm dead
I
serious.
can only
You have to
imagine
go
what-
on.
yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah, I'll take a look after the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, so this one, okay, this is hilarious. It's completely innocuous, except for if you see how it's spelled. Now, the first two letters of the last word, I'm going to read two words. It's T-U. Just keep that in mind. All the subject line says is Yolanda Two Gender. I guess that's her name, but it says T-U gender. But it comes out as Yolanda Two Gender, like she has two genders. So
Yeah, some people are, they just can't make up
you
their
never know.
minds.
The last two are really funny. So the next
Thank
one
God.
is shush. Not quite an Ewok. Okay.
And
I
striving
literally-
for Chewbacca.
I literally could not have made these up. This is really hilarious. This is just someone obviously knowing who they're talking to. I don't know why they wouldn't send a text, but this is what the subject says. Amanda and Ryan, I am sorry I crapped on the steps. These are real. I did not make these up.
So there's a dog on the internet somewhere.
Seriously? They're real. Like, if I made them up, they wouldn't be as funny, but I actually went on and I'm like, this is craziness. Like, I can't even believe people are, and they're probably being dead serious.
John, did we do our commercials yet?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay.
What are you, crazy? Oh, you're being smart.
Well,
Oh.
not really. I mean, being facetious, maybe.
I thought they were really funny, though.
Good.
So that, Stop.
In Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Now, this is not from Reuters, so I'm kind of breaking my own.
Oh, there you
here.
go. You're being wild today.
Oh, yeah. I'm going outside the envelope here.
Yeah.
A wax museum is selling its historical figures. Gettysburg, of course, famous for that battle in the war between the states.
Yeah.
The American Civil War Wax Museum has been there for like a long time, and they are doing some rehab and doing a bunch of updating and so forth. And the story is that they are changing, doing some more animatronic things and changing some scenarios and changing the characters. So a lot of these figures that have been in the museum are going to be auctioned. And they have a picture here. And the curator, apparently, is standing with some examples of the heads of the figures that have been prominently featured in the museum. And it took me a minute to figure out where she was. That's what kind of person she's what kind of a bland-faced person she looked. I mean, there are 8 heads in the picture, and it took me a minute to figure out which one was her.
Because she looks so washed out, and
she just like So,
she didn't smile or anything.
Yeah. So apparently she's just made for this job. It's the auction has what's today, the 16th?
Yes, tomorrow's the 17th, St. Patty's Day.
Yeah. So actually, I guess this auction took place yesterday. I can't wait to find out how it turned out.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited.
They are selling some dioramas and things like that. But this is the.
I thought they banned that in Obamacare. Never mind. Just keep going.
The dioramas. Yeah. No, now you.
No, don't say anything else. Just let it slide. Don't even elaborate. That's enough said. We got kids sitting in the lobby, kids listening. So that's all I want to say. If you didn't figure it out, then
plug your ears, fellas.
You missed out on the. They have no idea what we're talking about.
Whatever. We can actually see the lobby.
We can. It's great. We have a camera.
Now
they're
he's
waving.
But
they're waving.
He's in the fetal position on the tiny chair.
He's banging his head against the wall.
Yeah, as well as I'm sure every listener involved is doing. Anyway, this is the 150th anniversary of the Gettysburg Address this year. So,
wow, that's awesome. What are we going to do to celebrate?
I'm going to have some green beer and some Bushmilk.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
I'm lumping it all together.
Do that every day.
Yes. And probably go to a theater and listen to a replay of the show and shoot myself in the head.
Yeah. Did you know that last Tuesday was middle name day? He hates his middle name. Oh, I wish everyone could have seen the look on his face. He hates it. My middle name is Gene, and it's spelled Gene.
Well, you're.
That's not right.
Why don't you just put your fingerprints online too? No, my
nobody knows my last name.
Well, you're narrowing it down for them. My middle name and my last name are both egregious. So
whatever.
Well, you can't disagree. But anyway, so I don't know if I should just go right on to Reuters and see what kind of things I can find here. Do you have anything in conclusion? We're nearing the end of the broadcast. You still do have time, though, to call and join us at 856-227-1360. We have a question floating out there in cyber space, out there in the ether, if you care to address that, or you can just talk about anything.
Would you? It's your choice. Would you like to do a quick quiz, or
sure,
would you like me to do a few stories? You want to do a quick quiz?
Sure.
Okay. The quiz is, what country do you actually belong in versus being in the U.S. So these, you have to pick your favorite food. Okay, so this is the first question.
Okay.
Which of these is your favorite food? Hot dog?
You can play along at home, folks, if you're really awake.
Okay, hot dog, homemade meat pie, borscht, or tacos?
Wow, geez. Who can choose?
I limited the choices. I
see. Well, let's go with tacos.
Tacos? Yeah, you like tacos. Okay.
More than borscht.
Pick the first word that speaks to you. Just stop me if you like it. Hungry, Kathy, defenestration, Ambrose.
Defenestration.
I knew you were going to say that. Choose an animal. Giraffe, eagle, tiger, antelope, cow, parrot. Cow? Was that a cow? A steer? I don't even know what they are. A lion, I thought that was an eagle. Maybe this is a parrot. I don't even know what they are. So what? Pick an animal you like.
I'm not even sure you're recognizing them accurately. Let's go with an antelope.
An antelope. Okay.
Is that a cow? Well, you're really from New Jersey, aren't you?
What's the most important to you out of these? You better pick the right thing. Family, success, safety, art, or money?
Money. Are you talking about my family?
Our family?
Well, no, I thought you were. I was going back to my family, and that there's trouble.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which sport could you watch or play forever? Track and field, wrestling, ice hockey, cricket, or baseball?
Oh, Jesus. What was the first couple there?
Track and field or wrestling?
Oh,
or ice hockey?
track and field.
Okay.
I guess
There's no gymnastics.
I can't get enough shot put, boy.
Which of these do you hate the most? Violence,
Radio.
huge crowds, being interrupted, bad food, or being broke?
Oh, wow. I'm going to have to say bad food.
Okay. You have to pick one. So pick one of these vices or guilty pleasures.
Guilty pleasures. What would I know about
It's
that?
beer. I'm picking that for you.
Thanks.
Where do you wish you could teleport to right now?
Monkey.
There is no monkey picture. There's a lighthouse.
How would you know? You can't
There's
even
a boat.
You can't pick a cow out of a lineup.
Shush. There's a boat. There's a waterfall. There's some tulip fields. There's pizza.
Any poppy fields?
No. And then there's mountains. But there's a boat. I know you picked
Let's go
that.
with the boat.
What color combination speaks to you?
Oh, jeez.
There is no gray. So you could say red, white, and blue. There we go. Choose an animal wearing
So,
a
ladies and gentlemen, if you really want accurate results from the quiz, have someone else do it for you.
These are hilarious. Look, you have to pick an animal wearing a sweater. So of course, they have like a rabbit, a cow, a dog. They have a horse. But the best one is there's a snake with a sweater.
That's a great, and it has arms.
And
Wow.
literally the arms are sticking out. You just have the snake going through the... Oh, you have to go on BuzzFeed and look at this thing because this might be the funniest picture I've ever seen is a snake with a sweater.
With a cold-blooded.
What's the last thing you slipped on? A rock, ice, I never trip, or my own 2 feet?
I never trip.
Give me a break.
I am sure-footed as a mountain goat.
Which celebrity is your dream lunch date? Sofia Vergara,
Okay, whatever.
Kanye West,
No way.
the Pope,
No.
Richard Dawkins, Natalie Portman. They don't have your favorite girlfriend. What's her name?
Just
Natasha
keep going. We're running out of
Kinsey?
time here.
Keanu Reeves or Bruce Willis?
Bruce Willis.
Okay. How do you respond to problems? Stay strong, cry, brainstorm solutions, or drink?
Oh, there's a toss-up. Brainstorm solutions.
Okay. Yeah, okay. You are outgoing, confident, and magnetic. This is perfect. You belong in Ireland.
How about that?
That
we
is
should
so
have some
weird.
music for that. Yeah.
I'm going to put that snake in the sweater on my screensaver.
Great.
That was the best.
Yes.
Awesomeness. I love that.
And speaking of similar things, there was no saving this show today. Thank God we're drawing to a close. We're going to go out with a selection from our friend Todd Chappelle, who is going to be with us next week, bringing us some more of his great comedy music. I'm sure you will enjoy that. You can go on our website, thedocandamyshow.com, check out the upcoming things that are happening there. We have a contest and so forth. You can tweet us, Doc and Amy Show, at Doc and Amy Show, of course. Ampersand, Doc and Amy Show. And always feel free in the future to give us a call and join in the fun. So if you're
Todd
all
Chappelle
set-
autocorrect love song.
This is Todd Chappelle's autocorrect love song, and we will see you next week. This has been the Doc and Amy Show.
I'm so happy. I don't know what to do without a camera right over my shoulder. I'm so happy that I can call you mine. We'll be together until the end of time sheet. I'm so happy that you are my wife, because you'll always be the love of my life. party meet. So come take my handrail and walk with me, 'cause we'll never be apartheid.
Like I said, I'll wait. I'll waitress. I'll waitress. Not wait. I'll wait.
I'll treasure the first day that we met. It's a moment that I never will forgive. I'm so happy that I can call you mine. We'll be together till